It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a compelling matchup here, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Now it's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Goff. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Fielded at the 33. They'll score out a 36-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man from the University of Michigan.
And I know everyone's trying to rein in their optimism just a bit, but he played awfully well in the opening. Yeah, he's got some things to work on, as every rookie does. But he gave us all the reason to believe that he could be the starter. Now he's got to prove it again here in game number 2.
On play action, they'll throw. A short throw there to Strange. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now 3rd down and 7. Now back to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's taken in. Isaiah Bond. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Looking to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The right man, it's the tight end Strange with it. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first.
A gain of 5.
It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan there on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 33.
Another run here with Benson. Oh, what a move. Flashes another juke. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
A gain of 24 yards. That's another.
On first down, it's Benson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 1 yard gain.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another first down. A gain of 9 yards.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
7 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
And he is in the end zone for a touchdown. Jared Goff keeping it himself from a yard out. And his guys have taken the lead. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Our home team, 3.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. That's taken in by Bond. And taking it across midfield and just shy of it 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
At the 42-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Well, he's a high draft pick, so maybe a bit of a mulligan, but you never want to throw a preseason interception, especially as a rookie.
No, but this is the time to do it, right? Let's get the kinks out. He's still got to learn how to read coverages, still has to learn the entire offense, has to see how he fits with the players around him. But bottom line is what you said right in the beginning. He's a high draft pick. They want him on the field sooner rather than later, so let's keep giving him some reps and seeing what they have.
So now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Gain of 14.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Goff. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 26-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Goff. He's got the connection to Moore.
A gain of 6. Complete to Rondale Moore. It's a gain of 6.
They run over center with Benson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Taken down at the
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
That's another first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
After the run, Goff going to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown! Trey Benson from 3 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield. They're eligible, too.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Our home team, 3.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now.
And room to run as he's out past the 35-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And he'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
44-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
45-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man is Bond. He's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That is Josh Hines Allen working his way in for the sack. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And that's going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Goff now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
To number 7.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
And it's 3rd down.
Throw left side complete. That's Douglas. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now he's going to step up and run. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Now Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
17-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A give left side for Benson.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Trey Benson,
Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
and he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here is third and quite a ways.
They're going to look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They bring their punter out there now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
At the 39-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He'll look to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
36-yard line.
Second down and 3.
He'll look to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he slides to avoid the hit. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2nd and 5. And he's just going to get rid of this to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And this one is right through. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On first down, right back to Benson. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, trying to slow things down a little bit.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and
pressure comes, and down he goes. Landon Jackson in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for the unrelenting pressure. At their quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
On the coverage.
Back to throw here. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Moore, the man in motion. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Brown. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
37 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. And what a big-time play there. 54 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And it'll work his way down to 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Now a handoff looking right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's
He's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Isaiah Likely from 3 yards out. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's 2nd and 8. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
And 8 yards.
Looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up the first down there with a gain of 11
on the play.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Defense.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back.
Complete to number 21. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. Second down and inches. Looking deep downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. They had two straight first downs. Now a gain of 9 to set up second and 1.
Draw play for Brown.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point and good by Sanders. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Our home team
now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Set to kick off.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First down and
the home
10.
team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
At the 34-yard line.
good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try to throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Wallace there defensively.
Back to throw again. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Now 3rd down and very long.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
On the play, but it leads to 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
My man, my man.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Aubrey's good with the PAT.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
28. Our home team, 23.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First down.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And a first down. A gain of 12.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Now 2nd and 5.
An inside give. Brown trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
He'll try and do this himself.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
40-yard line.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looks like you're exactly right. Looked like a sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turn.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
At the 29-yard line.
Open man is Yoshibas. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Over the middle, it's complete. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. This is caught. He hits more. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
3rd down, here's Brown. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Sanders' kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 8, a little over 30 seconds remaining. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Well, certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.